With we're live. Hello, everybody. Do you know which way you're going? You should have flipped it around. Got the wife expertise on camera. Bennie Unfiltered. We're live, of course. And you're cold. This is Minnesota. You're warm. We're live in downtown Minneapolis, Minnesota, the Midwest. I don't know exactly what the weather is like today on temperature-wise, but I have a little outing I am doing, and today we are touching base on some of the things I was talking about last week on the show that we're going to be hitting different categories on branding yourself, right? And today, I got some notes here for me. On branding yourself, we're creating a brand. That's our topic today. And we're live downtown Minneapolis, Minnesota, in the Midwest. And I have a tour of branding along with me. I'm going to start right here, first of all, by saying thank you for tuning in. We are having technical difficulties with our multitask of live channels going through the process, so I'll post everything on YouTube and Instagram and all that good stuff. But right now we're just live on the post of or the page of Bennie Unfiltered live. So we're doing on creating a brand and branding yourself. I have a tour of part of my branding. Now my branding I think is super important, and that's on family. Whether you have children of your own or family, nieces, nephews, uncles, aunts, grandmas, grandpas, whoever you can think of, spouses, that's part of your brand. Bringing that to life allows people into your life, because branding is important. If I'm branding myself, I don't want to be branding it in a negative way. I want to be doing it on a positive projection of who I am as Bennie. Yes, I could sometimes be Bennie off the handle a little bit because I'm unfiltered, but also very respectful, and I'm very private, but also I'm accessible to you, the viewers, the clients, so we can all build trust. Branding is about trust. One of the things I talk about a lot later on is trust in here. It'll be one of our topics. But right now, I just need you guys to understand that we're live, and I got my family with me. I got 3 little munchkins, so my grandchildren with me right now, and we're in downtown Minneapolis. And one of the reasons I came down here is because this is a very big part of what made me who I am. I love the arts, and I love music. I grew up down here, and it's super cool because you can walk down here, you can see downtown Minneapolis is right here. If we go further over here, we have the cathedral in downtown Minneapolis, where I've been inside. It's beautiful. Someday we'll have to take a look in there together. But downtown Minneapolis, guys, this is the skyline right here of downtown Minneapolis. Woo! Go Vikings, go Wild, go Twins, right? Beautiful. It's breathtaking. One of the locations, and there's one of our officers patrolling the area. Let's all be respectful about that. They're protecting and serving our communities. Okay? There's always going to be something bad on a tree that makes the apple not so well, but the tree still grows. Catch my drift? That's branding. Just because there's bad apples on a tree doesn't mean the tree is bad. Always remember that. If you're explaining your business, explain it very vocally, but respectfully. And don't bash other people's businesses, even if they're not the greatest. It's all about proving yourself to the community and to others why you're so special. I'm special because I got family. Family gives me the inspiration to do what I do. The foundation of that is building a legacy. Branding for me is legacy. I know I'm jumping over a little bit because I'm watching the little munchkins running around, and I want to protect them because they're the future of branding themselves. Are you guys having fun? Okay, so we're going to take a walk, and I want to talk a little bit about some of this stuff. So branding for me is having, I was talking to someone today, I won't mention any names, Ingrid in the blue dress. We were talking about some of this stuff, about having thoughts. When you have thoughts and you create them inside yourself, it's nothing wrong with being a little fearful from these things, but don't forget them. Being in the moment of your brand is huge because it's going to give you concepts of how to brand yourself the right way or the wrong way. Sometimes we hit little bumps in the road because we might think things are, what we want to brand ourselves on. And sometimes we just have to grow up too, and we mature along the way of being an entrepreneur. And doing so, you sometimes have different ideas in the beginning. We're rebranding our website right now because it gets even better with time. I have always not been 100% polished as my battery is starting to go dead on my cell phone. And we will continue some of this later because I think this is interesting. And branding is important. That I take off my jacket and I'm going to show you something. Just because I'm wearing materialistic things doesn't mean I'm all that. Even though a ninja does care about the way he presents himself. Building a brand is something you do because also you're building a foundation to the dreams and goals you have in life to succeed. Successful people are thinkers. So when you're thinking about something to brand, you're having those moments of thoughts, of clarity. Clarity is important because that adds into your networking. When you network, you're around all kinds of people. I travel the world and I see people I've never met and some that I know or they know someone. It's that circle. Circle of concern, circle of interest. Either way, we're learning. So gather those thoughts when you're thinking so you can continue to grow. Sometimes I got to remember, what shirt do I got to put on? Is it the one that has my initials on it? Or is that branding myself to be that bad ninja? It's to look good and feel great about yourself. If you feel good inside and you're dressed the part, it's because you feel motivated and confident. Big shout out to the people out there involved with helping Benny brand himself, okay? Because there's a lot of people out there that I care about a lot, and I want to say thank you for helping me grow to be a better person, entrepreneur-wise and community-wise. Say hi, everybody.
Hi.
These are the future of our success. So now I'm looking. This sculpture right here is known all over. It's the cherry in the dates, the cherry in the spoon. This has changed so much over years. It's mind-blowing that an artist come over here and created something that's been a big factor in Minneapolis' scenes. Across from us over to the right is a Walker Center, and that's where a lot of art and performances have went, So theater and art has a lot to do with who we are and creates us. Let's not take that away from our history either. History is important, whether you learn on a negative or a positive. It's still history to grow from. So take that, and values come along with it. So here we are, sitting along the side with the kids, and I'm looking at new pieces of art that are going to give me some clarity to becoming even better of an entrepreneur. When I'm out and about and I'm around people, I want to be teachable. In order to do that, I got to stop and listen to what they're saying. Or better yet, just be able to say, have a good day. So sometimes you're at a gas station, and just because the person behind the register might not be the person you think has this ideal job, that's their career, we don't know. And maybe they're a millionaire, but they need something on their time just to do. I've met those people. But don't be so into yourself or so selfish that we become selfless. And don't give that person the time of day to even look at them in the eyes and say, thank you. Have a great day. And breathe the air that we breathe. It's what gives us life. To be the entrepreneurs that we're trying to be. To brand yourself right, you have to take a moment to really take a look at your past, your present, and where your future can go. Don't be so lost in it. It can get there. Even when you get there, you can get lost. Trust me when I say this. All the away from the water. Sometimes the things that throw you away from things of the moment can be the things that sometimes you have to work harder. Because when you get somewhere in life with your brand, so much more comes at you. The better you become, the price you still have to still be that person. So whatever you do behind the scenes is very important to what you are inside and outside. So always project yourself to be able to learn and be teachable. What does it mean to create a habitat for art? It's one of the things right there on the information on the piece of the art. I'm watching all these kids, sorry. Because it tells you a lot about the artist. And the arts are so much cool because to look at it without really reading into it gives you a perspective of perception. Sometimes our perception is way off compared to where it could be. That's part of branding ourselves and being teachable. I'm talking about this teachable thing a lot because in order to be branded right, you gotta listen to those around you. They're your role models, your mentors. So, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, what a piece of work, and how it came together is amazing. And you look at it and it's about saving water and how the world operates with, and the word I'm looking for is like saving the planet, basically. We all throw things away, but don't throw away things, not rationally, but the word I'm looking for right now is, what's that, babe?
Irresponsibly?
Well, yeah, you don't want to do things irresponsibly. That's part of it right there. This is the part I'm talking about, guys. Being on the moment is amazing. Ned, you talk about it a lot. He's also someone in my circle of people. He talks about how I'm in the moment and how good things can come alive. This is one of those moments when you just never know what you're gonna get, like a box of chocolates. This case, it's just a box of little munchkins and the wife on a family outing to do Bennie live together as a family. That's my integrity and that's my my capture on how to brand myself. I'm branding Bennie Unfiltered and my businesses in general that I've started and then I'm entrepreneuring on to further myself on. I want to brand myself to be that legit person that's real. Sometimes it can throw people off, but that's how I get better at becoming better of a person, so I'm not so all over the place. Because as an entrepreneur, we get in our head, and sometimes it's hard for us as type A people to even sleep, because you're constantly thinking about the next thing, the next big thing at that. And there's a lot that I want in life. One of those things is that legacy piece I talk about. I want to be able to leave this earth with a legacy for these guys right here, my grandchildren and my children and my wife, to have something to fall back on so they can keep the legacy alive. So many legacies that were built on foundation of families are either gone to this day because of all the hard work that was done by their great-great-great-grandparent to the current times, are gone, have been pissed away basically on something that they didn't even start or care about enough with passion and the integrity and character piece to build that foundation to have a legacy of a brand. It's sad, it really is, because the men and women that died building that brand took blood, sweat, and tears to get there. The ones that are still around are having legacy to continue to go. They built something, but they also passed it down to their families with values. That comes with the integrity and character piece, and always remembering where you come from and to be grateful for those things that come your way. So when you're sitting there thinking about all these thoughts of how to do something, or could I, should I, or I could have been a contender, are something you shouldn't be sitting on the couch with the remote in your hand wishing you could have had something of a legacy, or even something for yourself to feel good about with inside. You'll never know until you try, for one. And if people are telling you not to do something because that's a stupid idea, you know how many years I listened to that? It's sad. Don't be a victim. Be a leader and a positive, motivated person that can set their legacy for Minneapolis to see, Tennessee, Carolina, all around the USA. I can go on and on and on. Don't be scared to the point you don't take the initiative to process your thoughts to grow as the entrepreneur that set out to get off the couch, put the remote down, and live their dream. Living the dream isn't fictional, it's facts. It brings us to a point of our life that we have to touch ourselves sometimes and pinch it just to say, holy crap, is this a dream? Or is this a dream that I'm living? Because living the dream has a consequence of pure, blessed pieces of your life that will be thought of for generations when you build the legacy that you're building for you and them beautiful children and family. Keep the circle close, but don't make a mistake that you'll regret. And if you do make a mistake that you think you're going to regret, sit down, take a moment to think about the legacy you've built and build on it. Mistakes happen, everybody. We're not perfect. We're teachable, but we're not perfect. We're going to make them, and we're going to grow from them. Don't beat yourself up. Beating yourself up to getting somewhere with your building a brand is to continue to make it better. There's so many things that we eat and watch and wear that have branding names to them They didn't just get there because they invented something without a brand. They might have thought of it, processed it, and then it became a brand because it became alive. And their dream is being lived through their legacies. Today, I'm living proof that we all have a past and we come from something. I'm going to tell you, if you only knew where I've been and where I'm trying to go, will be the brand that you'll get with 2021 and then some. But because I'm where I'm at, I have not forgotten, but it's made me stronger. And I will leave with this on my branding because I'm keeping it real and I always will. If I can do it and have become successful at doing this, guess what? If I can do it, anybody can. Mark my word on that. Benny, from Bennie Unfiltered to all the way Bennie Eastig Lounge LLC in Minnesota. And I want to say a big shout out to all my chamber members, which is also part of my branding, because I network and I care about the small businesses that have built their brands too and helped each other build their brands. We're a community. Without them, I wouldn't be the brand that I am today. The word of mouth could go a far, far way in places that you can't even imagine. The key to that is making sure those mentions of your business or who you are with the integrity and character is your brand in a positive direction. Yes, haters will be haters. We call them the what? The vampires. Yes. Those vampires, energy vampires, will suck you dry. It's too bad they haven't got off the couch yet and put down the remote to become an entrepreneur instead of a hater. But they will be there. But there's a lot more people out there that will spread the word in your direction in a positive way because you do the same thing. Just because we all have businesses doesn't mean we can't share each other's thoughts with each other and spread the love. Give them business. They're good business to talk about. So don't forget, your branding has a lot to do with the networking and the people you have in your life. I'm telling you right now, I love you guys. And I'm wearing a beautiful shirt today that I haven't worn for a while. And it came from someone that fits me once in a while. And Jess, you're good, Jessica. You're a good person with a brand that blows me away. And it's because I network with the right people that have branded themselves. And I always ask myself, God, how did they come up with that? Or how did they do that? It's because it's who you are inside. Don't let that go. Branding is important. So when you're having your thoughts, keep them alive. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my day with family. Skylight, Minneapolis, Minnesota. It's beautiful. Yep. And you know what? The people here right now, everybody's at peace with one another. White, black, whatever spirituality they're carrying right now, it's a spirituality that they love and protects them with themselves. It's good. No one's fighting with each other. No one's pointing the finger at if they're white or black or religious or sexual preferences. We all have our own choices. Just make the right choices that make you happy and be a brand that shows that good becomes successful. This is Benny with Bennie Unfiltered. Hope that was good enough, and I hope I didn't lose people too much. I feel good, and life is good. It's almost been a year since my motorcycle accident, and I'm alive for a reason. And maybe it was just to be here with these kids and with you. So branding yourself is our series. We just finished up with creating a brand. Next week, at this time, next Wednesday, 2 o'clock, Central Standard Time, let's talk about the next one. Staying true to that brand that we just got done talking about, because we're building it already. I'm building a bigger brand than I had before. Whoa! I'm excited because I'm on fire, and a ninja ain't messing around. 2021, I'm in it, and I'm owning it. That's my brand, and I'm ready, willing to share it. So get a hold of me, Bennie Unfiltered. You can find us. Look us up on the website, email us, whatever you got to do, call me. I'm willing to take that call and set up some times that we can work together, because I'm willing to learn too. Teachable is our brand. I'll show you how to keep that brand when we talk next week. Bennie Unfiltered. And that's the beautiful wife. She's not always in a picture, but today she is, and that's branding. We'll see you 2 o'clock Central Standard Time on Wednesday. From all of us to all of you, keep branding yourself. You're doing well, and I can see it. This is the way I'm dressed. Bennie Unfiltered. We'll talk to you soon. Stay true and keep living your dream. 2 o'clock Wednesday, Central Standard Time. Check us on all the other pages. And this is Bennie. I got to keep on living my dream. Keep living yours. Bennie Unfiltered. Bye.